Just working the song, working the beat. I have a hard time keeping a beat these days, but let's not get off topic before we even get on topic. I'm not a fan of retirement or the idea of retirement. I'm a fan of doing something different. I'm a fan of doing something because I want to instead of because I have to. Sometimes a job, and maybe you've been in a job in a career your entire life, and it wasn't something that you necessarily wanted to do, but you had to do it for the sake of the money. And you kind of grew into the job, and you said, "Well, it's not bad. I do like it." But it took you a while. I have a friend. He's in his 80s now. He's been retired for a while, but talking with him, he looks back and says, I don't regret the work that I did. I regret where I did the work. In other words, he worked for a company, and the company didn't treat him well, and he left and went to do the same thing at another company, and they treated him worse. We went back and worked at the first one thinking, well, this is bad, but the other was worse. And he ended up spending an entire career working in a place that he didn't really, they used him, and it hurt him. And he's looking back now in retirement thinking, if I'd have done something different. Now, he's not the type of guy who I would consider to be a candidate for saying, hey, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. It's just not his thing. And because I know him real well, it's just not his thing. I understand that. But he's retired. He's in his 80s now. He didn't retire until he was 75 or 76. And he's not the YouTube type of person. And you have to decide for yourselves. And for me, I know that I love doing YouTube. I love getting on here and talking about stuff and hopefully interacting with others who will watch these and leave comments. And then I can leave comments about the comments. And that's something I love. That's something I strive to have, is having a lot of people make a lot of comments, and I'd be able to make a lot of comments back, and we can actually have a dialogue and an interaction with each other. And apologies again, my throat is just killing me. That's not your problem at all. That's kind of mine. So let me just go by saying how many that are listening to this, how many, put it in the comments, say, I have thought about starting a YouTube channel, but I haven't yet. And my guess is a lot of people have thought about, I'm semi-retired. I call myself semi-retired because I do this. I don't like the term retired because it implies that I have nothing left to do. And that's not true. Even retired people who don't do YouTube, they got stuff to do. Some are gardeners. Some have hobbies that are absolutely fantastic, and they start doing it. Some are golfers, and they golf every day, which would be awesome. I'm not a golfer. I play at golf. There's a big difference. Yeah, that should tell you something. In the last 26 years, I've played 3 rounds of golf. None of them memorable. None of them at all. Just not a good golfer. I enjoy getting out and going for a walk. Golf is going for a long walk in the woods. That's what golf is to me, because that's where I'm looking for my ball. Golf is going for a nice long walk in the woods. But when we talk about retired or semi-retired people starting a YouTube channel, they can start it, or you can start it by looking into doing your own hobby, doing your own, like a YouTube channel about your hobby, whether it is gardening or even golf, or it all depends what your hobbies are and what you do. But they could become a YouTube channel where your hobby and your knowledge helps someone else. Now, maybe you're retired and you miss the job that you had because you have all this knowledge and all this foresight, and you've got decades of knowledge. And see, that's the secret weapon. That's the secret sauce of a person your age or my age starting a YouTube channel. You have decades of experience to look back on. 20-something people, even 30-something people don't have the knowledge base that you've got. And if you've got a knowledge base where you can help somebody else, share what you know, help others. That's what I love to do. And that's what this channel is about. Start now, share what you know, help others. And I know about different things online. I know about YouTube. I've got an extensive list of bills that I've paid over the years to gain a ton of knowledge about online marketing and online presenting and YouTube and all these different things. And I've got software that I don't need and software that I do use. And I've got a ton of it. I've spent so much money on equipment that I don't use. It's kind of sad. It really is kind of sad. So don't start the way I started. Start a different way, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. But there's always excuses for people not wanting to start a YouTube channel, and these are lies that people believe. I got script notes, and I will get lost, and I will ramble if I don't follow the script notes to some degree. But some of the biggest lies that people believe that I'm too old. There's a guy on YouTube that is he's 82 years old, and he's got a growing YouTube channel. He does lives every week. He puts videos out every week, and he absolutely loves it. I've never met the man, but I do know another man who's actually a good friend of mine. He used to live in the area, and we used to get together. We used to do videos together. We used to do marriage seminars together for a couple of years. That was fun. We used to do those things together. He's 81 or 82 now. He lives in another state now. He does shorts. Yeah, not just for young people. He's 80-some years old, and he does shorts, and his targeting is seniors like himself, retired people like himself. It's called Senior Moments, and I feel like I have too many of those. But too old, not an excuse. But you have to be willing to step into doing YouTube and not just piddle with it, just jump in and actually, I'm going to do this. And that means regularity with making videos and uploading videos. It means learning a new skill, and that should be nothing. That's nothing new for you. We're learning new skills all the time. It's kind of what we do. So another excuse that goes along with too old is I'm too late to the show. Everybody else is on YouTube. Yeah, sure. Everybody else is on YouTube. So what? Why can't you be? Why not? You're saying, well, everybody else is teaching the same thing that I could teach. Maybe, but not your way. Everybody has a different perspective. You can take. I can think back to high school, and I can think of two different teachers. One, I absolutely loved to be in her class because she actually cared about her students. And there was another one, a math teacher, that I hated to be in his class because he never really taught about math. He just whined about politics. And this was back in the 70s. I mean, he was whining about politics back then. Imagine if he were alive today. If he were alive today, he'd probably be 100 and something. But that's another story. But another lie is people saying I have no tech experience. You don't need tech experience. There's a guy who's in his mid 70s. I watch his videos, and it's about retirement, about him being retired. And there's hardly any editing at all. He just turns the camera on, talks to the camera, uploads the video, boom, done. Absolutely amazing. And he's got quite the follow. He's got over 100,000 subs to his YouTube channel, which is a lot, which is kind of cool. But tech didn't hold him back, and it shouldn't hold you back either. Remember, when you start to get viewers, you have to remember, viewers don't care about how fat you are, how skinny you are, whether you have hair, whether you don't have hair. Lucky for me. They don't care. They care about whether you care. They care about whether you care. Viewers care about whether or not you're helpful. So, are you helpful? I constantly say, am I doing this? Am I helping people? And I hope that I am. I'm hoping that I'm helping talk you into considering starting a YouTube channel, or if you've started a YouTube channel, to help you get better at it, basically. So, but you don't need a studio. You don't need fancy gear. I got fancy gear that I don't need and I don't use. Wasted so much money. So the idea that done beats perfect every time is a really, it's a good thing to remind yourself, is that done is better than perfect. There's this idea of overthinking. Actually, I just did a video that'll be up on Friday about YouTube overthinkers. YouTube overthinkers, and it's about a 3-minute video that comes up on Friday. But I'll give you some highlights in a different strain. I give it a completely different way on Friday. But when I post the video, but when you overthink, if you overthink starting your YouTube channel, you're never gonna start. Overthinking is just a way to avoid doing something. Well, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. Your topic selection. What are you gonna talk about? Well, I could talk about auto repair, but I could also talk about gardening, or I could also talk about knitting mittens for kittens. I could do those 3 things, but you don't want to do all 3 of them on the same channel, because that just confuses your audience. You'll have mechanics coming to listen to you talking about mittens for kittens, and it's just not going to work. So you have to pick one. But then people say, I can't pick one, so they don't pick any. Yeah. People dread thinking, well, if I put stuff up and people start making negative comments about what I put up, well, that's no longer YouTube, that's Facebook. That happens on Facebook every day. Somebody puts up a comment, puts up a post, and people criticize it. Me, I just have fun with it. I don't really criticize. There I go, digressing yet again. You think I don't know how to edit? You're thinking, okay, well, if I've got to edit this video, it's going to take me time. Sure, it's going to take time. But editing is like anything else. It's just a skill that you learn. That's how I didn't have any video editing skills before, but I have some now, and I get better every week. As a matter of fact, the video that I got coming out, I actually added something to it that I didn't know I could add to it. But I was able to figure it out, add to it, and off to the races with it. But sometimes doing a video and having to edit it will take longer than you wish. But it's a skill. It gets faster and quicker every time you do it. Every time you do it. Like I said, it's a skill. You learn how to do it. And you only learn how to do it by doing it. And it's YouTube, making videos. You only learn how to make videos by making videos and posting stuff that isn't perfect. As a matter of fact, that's what people are looking for. They're looking for more people that are more authentic and less perfect. I've seen some videos that are just, the editing is fantastic, and it captures my interest. And here's the thing: is the people that I watch that do this fantastic editing, they're just good at it, and they're very engaging at it. But it's part of a skill set that makes watching them extremely easy. But it's also very highly edited, and they're able to do that. And then there's people like the 75-year-old guy talking about retirement. He just sits in his white panel van, a little sketchy, but that's what he's got. Sits in his white panel van and talks about different aspects of retirement, and has tens of thousands of followers. It's crazy amazing. And people are looking for authenticity because, one of the things in the back of our minds is very simple. We're thinking, AI is going to take over the world. Really? It'll take over a lot of aspects of life. I use AI every day. I use Claude. I used to use ChatGPT. Still use it a little bit, but I use Claude primarily now. And we just have conversations. And it's like having a conversation with somebody. I'm typing it in and I'm reading it back. But it's like having a conversation and bouncing ideas off of. But I don't rely on it completely. I get good ideas and good input. But the final product is me. I'm reading some notes right now where I had a conversation with Claude and going back and forth on it. But, we can overthink ourselves into doing absolutely nothing. Overthinking is like, I could get in an accident if I drive to the store. Well, walk. I could get hit by a car if I walk to the store. Have somebody else drive you. They could get hit by another car. That's overthinking. That's just terrible overthinking. And what can happen with you starting a YouTube channel? You start a YouTube channel and nobody watches? If you like doing it, do it. And here's the thing. YouTube is not social media. Get that into your mind right now. YouTube is not social media. YouTube is a learning and entertainment platform, but it is not social media. I know they've got a section in there that is shorts, where they're vertical videos up to 3 minutes long, and you could call that you could call that just following the trend. And they followed it very well by jumping onto the TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Reels, and then or YouTube Shorts, and then they have it and they watch there just like anywhere else as far as the shorts go, and that gets a person into doom scrolling and everything else. But that's not YouTube's primary focus. Matter of fact, if you want to get monetized on YouTube, it is extremely hard to do that just by doing shorts. It's just not going to happen. You've got to have millions upon millions of watch hours or views to get the proper watch hours. So you got to be really good at shorts and put up a ton of them. And it just sounds exhausting. For someone retired and having a lot of time on their hands, it just sounds absolutely exhausting. And so you do long form video, which is and you do live streams, which is what I'm doing as well. I do one live stream a week, and I do long form video, and it's a brand new channel. I've just got 11 or 12 videos up on it. So, but think about YouTube as a library. Every video you put up is another book in the library. And a year down the road, somebody will say, hey, I'm going to watch this video. I found this video. I want to watch this video. It's already a year old, but they'll watch the video. And they can find the video because it's your library. They go to your channel and find your library of videos, and they watch your videos. You try to find a video that you saw 2 months ago or less on Facebook. It's almost impossible to find. Who did I see that from? Where was that? When was that? And then you start to do searches, and the searches are really unhelpful as far as finding video goes. But on YouTube is geared for long form video and for people teaching you how to do things. As soon as I get off this, I have to do a few things out in the yard, and I watched a video on how to do it, and now I'm going to go out and do it. I have to fix something on the floor, and I watched a video on how to fix something on our flooring, and I'm going to do that as well. As a matter of fact, I may have better get at it really soon. And so I've kind of been rambling a little bit, but I have been kind of preaching as well about the idea of doing YouTube and doing YouTube into retirement and semi-retired. Now, if you start a YouTube channel and you get to the point where you're monetized, that's 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs, and you get monetized and you keep going and growing. Now, it may take a year or 2 years. It may take 6 weeks. I saw a video, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw a video where one guy said, and he's semi-retired, and he got monetized in 2 weeks. And I want to know his secret. I don't know his secret because he did it in 2 weeks. And that ticks me off a little bit. But that's him and not me. So it may take me a while to get to that, but I'm going to get to it. I will get monetized, and then I'll go on from there. And then it will become some retirement income. And retirement income would be a good thing for anybody that's retired. So I think with that in mind, I'm going to cut it off right now. I've already told you a couple of things that I do have to do, and we're going to work with that. Until next week, I'm on every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern, but 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And I would much rather have a conversation and talk with different people that make comments than to come up with stuff and talk to myself. So if you have something that you want me to talk about or us to have a conversation about, and you've watched this, leave your question in the comments. I would love to. And if it's a really good comment saying, hey, I'd really like to learn about this, I'll make a video about it. And that would be the best thing, because like I said, I want to start now, share what I know, help others. So my goal is to help others, and as long as I think I'm doing that or feel like I'm doing that, that's what I'm going to keep doing. Apart from that, if you don't know, my name's Bill. I'm here in Front Range, northern Colorado, and we need snow, but we're a little late for that. We need water now, so we're looking for some really good rains, but there's none in the forecast. I digress. Apart from that, take care. Have a great week. See you next week. Watch out for that video on Friday about overthinking. You might enjoy it. Take care.